Okay, so continuing with the smart electrification, do we really need more motivation? Well, we can find them. The co-benefits and cost effectiveness always matter. Smart electrification is a cost-effective decarbonization pathway for energy systems that is based on the electrification of energy end-use sectors via the incorporation of large shares of renewables in power systems and the unlocking of flexibility of sources. Long sentence. Typically you don't want to have sentences more than about 15 words, but here is another long sentence. Smart electrification enables power systems to accommodate new loads in a cost efficient manner and creates flexibility in power systems, which allows the integration of a larger share of renewables, making power systems more robust and resilient. For end users, electrification is the most cost-effective solution for decarbonizing these sectors. So smart electrification with renewables creates a virtuous cycle. Electrification drives new uses and markets for renewables. This in turn accelerates the switch to electricity for end users, creating even more flexibility and driving further growth of renewables and technological innovation. In this context, innovation can reduce costs and create additional investment and business opportunities, transform the policy arena, and accelerate the virtuous cycle. So double feedbacks to accelerate the whole thing. Therefore, innovation is the foundation for a global energy revolution and for the rollout of effective smart electrification strategies. However, any innovation that is meant to contribute to the decarbonization of future energy systems will not succeed if implemented in isolation. Innovative solutions built upon combinations of individual innovations should bring together the necessary elements to deliver a transformative impact on the way societies consume energy today. Therefore, these innovative solutions go beyond technology-based solutions and include innovations in market design and regulation, system planning and operation, and business models. Innovative solutions will consequently emerge from the complementarities of advances across multiple components of energy systems, leveraging the synergies of these innovations in a process called systemic innovation. Systemic innovation is essential to achieve an effective structural transformation of the energy economy and includes innovations in technology and infrastructure, which play key roles in facilitating the electrification of end-use sectors and related infrastructure. Secondly, market design and regulation, including new market structures, changes in the regulatory framework to incentivize and shape the electrification of end-use sectors and encourage smart electrification. Thirdly, system planning and operation, including innovative ways of planning the coupling of the power sector with the end-use sector and operating systems to maximize the integration of renewable power generation and minimize the extra load on power systems. Finally, business models that create the business case for new services, making power systems more flexible and accelerating the electrification of end users. So there are many implicit things here that we will not really worry about reducing energy use anytime soon. So the mantra is still the Kaya identity or Ki identity, where you worry about energy intensity of the GDP and carbon intensity of the energy. So if you take carbon out, then GDP can grow and we can continue to live a lavish life and still be on path to 1.5 degrees C. And that means business models making money, good life will continue. Is that a utopian view or is it too optimistic? Well, without having business incentives, very few things happen in the human society. You know, this idea of consuming less and avoiding flying, traveling, eating meat, all these things are great, but that's not how things really work in real life. So we have to be realistic. So what are the systemic innovation components, right? So you are thinking about systemic innovation. It includes technology and infrastructure, as we saw here, market design and regulation, and so each of them have feedbacks, right? So system planning and operation and business models. This is a virtuous cycle, so it can keep driving systemic innovation and can lead to decarbonization. This is about the only model we have anyway, so unless some epiphany happens and we all say we are done with consuming energy and eating too much, flying too much, there are other issues, right? Flying and exploring the universe, not just other parts of the earth, is a very intrinsic part of humanity. We need to explore. Each generation is known for its exploration, whether it's Christopher Columbus or Da Vinci with the telescope, and so on and so forth. So we have to do those things. We cannot just live in isolation or without cultural exchanges of traveling and letting kids dream about going to Moon and Mars and so on and so forth. So this innovation landscape then includes 100 key innovations that can play a role in transforming and decarbonizing the energy use sector following smart electrification strategies. It draws from a review of hundreds of innovative solutions that are emerging worldwide from startups, large companies, regulators, and system operators, and that contribute to the smart electrification of mobility, heating and cooling, and hydrogen production. There is always some unicorn at the end of the tunnel that we are looking for, and hydrogen is one of them right now. I will come back and continue with these tables. They are very nice, but I want to read them in some detail. So this is table 1, 100 smart electrification innovations across 3 categories. So 100 innovations for smart electrification of end use sectors. We look at power to mobility, power to heat and cool. It says power to heat and cooling. I don't know why it should be power to heating and cooling or power to heat and cool. Power to hydrogen. Okay, so then we'll look at the toolbox for smart electrification strategies. Very nicely done, and you can combine this with the Drawdown, a nice book and project Drawdown, which offers solutions on decarbonizing, which I have also on my channel that you can follow up on. And they have coming attractions where they look at innovations for various sectors as well in terms of reducing emissions by 2050. So that's not about electrification, but obviously electrification is a big part of reducing emissions as well. So the idea of decarbonization then is to actually get away from the paradigm of reducing emissions, because the negotiations that have gone on for 25 years to reduce emissions have not had much success, because we still keep increasing emissions, and the system is a carbon trap. So decarbonization is about innovations to just get out of the carbon system and not just worry about reducing emissions in a carbon system. The paradigm can be very different based on what negotiations are about, and innovation is a big part of it. So you hear some noise, that's the rain picking up again. So we are in the monsoon. I always love the sound of the monsoon, rain, and the sound. Obviously I will check to make sure it's not too disturbed by the rain. You can't see much in this. If it gets heavy, then I'll turn the camera around and you can see the rain if you're not from the monsoon region. Okay, well, there, it's getting a little bit heavy, maybe just a quick turnaround. So, well, not quite steady yet, but this is a beautiful view to sit at and record things and create content. But I've put a good video of the monsoon rainfall elsewhere, but maybe I'll do another one just for fun. Okay, see you in the next podcast with all these tables.